Okay, we're good.
Okay, all rise for the pledge. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to
and
the
to the
republic
republic
for
for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God, indivisible,
visible,
with
liberty,
and
and
justice
justice
for all.
for all.
Okay, could you take the roll, Michelle, please?
Sure. Councilman Alvarez,
Present.
Councilman Larka,
Here.
Councilman Lord,
Here.
Councilman O'Connor,
Here.
Supervisor Hay.
Here. Okay, the purpose of this special meeting tonight on very short notice, because I believe it was late Thursday or early Friday, we were notified by the state that we had to change the bill number from and add an A, which means it's an amended version. And the only portion of the amended version, there was a question at the time at the state about a third of it, 2 parcels, less than a third of an acre that we had to write into the plan. Now, just for the record, back on 2/6, we had a work session on this subject matter. We had a public hearing on 2/13, and on 2/20, we passed a resolution. This resolution is almost exactly similar, except that the bill numbers now have an A, identifies the fact that it's amendment. It's a public meeting. We're not having public comment. I do have one letter that will identify as having come in to be put in the record. Bill, did I explain that good enough, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you want to open the meeting, Tony?
No, okay. Okay, I make a motion to open the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Now, this is a home rule request authorizing alienation of parkland open space Pugsley Road. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Southeast, as lead agency, hereby issues its negative declaration pursuant to seeker, approves the proposed action of alienation and requests the New York State Senate and the New York State Assembly to enact the necessary parkland alienation bill during the 2020 legislative session. And be further resolved that the town board specifically requests that the New York State Legislature pass legislature which authorize the town to alienate, convey portions of Pugsley Road open space parcel by swapping such parcel or such property for open space property located on Star Ridge Road of equal or greater value as set forth in Assembly Bill number A as in Anthony, 0388A as in Anthony, and Senate Bill number S as in Sam, 8256, A as in Anthony of 2020 and 2021 legislative session. And be further resolved that the supervisor and town clerk are authorized to execute any and all home rule request forms and any further or different documentation as may be required by the state legislature to effectuate this request. And be further resolved that the town clerk be, and she is hereby is, authorized to forward a copy of this resolution together with a requisite home rule request forms to the town's legislative declaration forthwith. So move for discussion.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah, I would like to add similar to when we had our town board meeting on the 20th. I'd like to add a section to that. Make a motion to amend the resolution to add that if such alienation is approved by the New York State Legislature, the final decision on the sale swap of the properties will be presented to the residents of the town of Southeast for approval as a ballot measure.
Okay, so you proposed that back then, right?
Yes,
Okay, and it was rejected. Is there
it wasn't rejected, it just wasn't seconded.
Okay, I'm going to be, well, it was rejected because it wasn't seconded. So I'm going to make the same request this evening. Is there someone that's wishing to second that portion to amend the resolution?
John O'Connor's, he may want to do it.
He did?
No, he's muted. I'm just saying he may want to.
Okay, unmute John.
Sorry, I'm off mute now, John. Thank you for noticing, though.
It's okay.
Okay. Is there a second? Seeing none, the amendment fails.
Thank you.
Any other comment? Okay, before we go off, James Byron Bacon, Esquire, attorney of counsel at law, New Paltz, New York, wrote a letter on behalf of Ann Finizzi and Ricky Furman. In opposition to this, they presented a similar letter at the time back in February when we did it. And I'm ready to take a roll call vote.
Councilman Alvarez.
Wait, time out. Someone saying something?
I didn't see the letter. Do you want to read it, please?
It's online. You should have gotten the letter. I sent it out immediately, sending it out.
In an email.
Today?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
I forwarded to all town board members at the time. It's pretty much the same opposition as the last time.
Okay.
And we're just noted for the record, and it'll be in the minutes of this meeting. Okay, roll call vote.
Councilman Alvarez.
Yes.
Councilman Larka.
Yes.
Councilman Lord.
No.
Councilman O'Connor.
Yes.
Supervisor Hay.
Yes. Okay, it passed on the 4-1, which is the majority required to move this forward. Okay, I'm going to move to number 2, which is set a public hearing for commercial shooting ranges for Thursday, July 9th, 2020. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any other comment? And again, the meeting took place this evening on short notice because again, the state didn't give us much notice. And when you do these home rule bills, even when I was with the Putnam County Legislature, you got to move really fast. And it's nothing more than we sent before. It usually is the previous one, and this just moves it forward again with an A at the end. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Real quickly, Tony, the assistant to the assemblyman contacted us late Thursday, early Friday, indicating that they were directed, meaning the assemblyman's office were directed that we had to have our home rule requests filed by tomorrow morning. So that left us very little time so we had to call a special meeting, which we did. And I prepared over the weekend the necessary documentation that needs to be transported to Albany tomorrow.
We picked up tonight. And by the way, he wanted a meeting on Friday, but I was told like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I told him there was no way that could happen. And that's why he put it off until tonight. That would have been really quick. Okay.
On Friday, we didn't even have the bill draft confirmation. So.
Yep. Couldn't have had a resolution prepared. Okay. There's a motion. Is there a motion to close?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Unrelated to either of the topics tonight.
Say it again.
May I ask a question? It's not related to any of the topics from tonight, but.
Let's try and see if we can answer it tonight.
Pardon?
I'll see if we can answer it tonight.
Yeah, well, it relates to that notice we got from Victoria and about Michael Levine doing an inspection and finding that property was still in violation.
And if you read your email earlier, you forwarded it to Michael Levine, and we'll be checking on it tomorrow.
I'm just wondering what impact that has on the special permit. I'm asking a question really of Will. I'm not asking for any determination now. Should that he still be in violation? Does that make our special permit?
Well, I believe the purpose of that special permit request was to bring it back into compliance. In other words, if we didn't do what we did, he'd be in violation. Now that we've done what was requested, it should be in compliance. Will, is that correct?
That'll be left to be seen, but the violation that they were referring to was a violation that was originally
back in February
property before they went through the process to amend the site plan to get the special permit that this board acted on last week.
And also the violation, I believe, John, was for sprawl and not for way in the past. And I believe when they went through the entire process with the planning board, that sprawl had been addressed.
Okay.
But Michael Levine will respond back to you and let us know.
Good. No, it just had a question, but thank you.
Okay. It would not change the special permit that we passed. Okay. Is there anyone that's entertained the motion?
I'll make a motion, we close tonight's meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all for coming. On short notice.
Good night.